Powerful and professional next-generation protection from SANGFOR NGFW. Next-generation firewall. Have you ever heard about Robert Morris? He is a professor in MIT, but known as the first man who created worm virus in the world, and this disc is still being exhibited in Boston Museum of Science. In the initial years, security threats such as worms and trojans mainly focus on network layer and attack network structures. But now, the situation is quite different. Here are some security cases in recent years. Have you ever read about these news? Sony faces legal action over attack on PlayStation network. PlayStation users in Australia urged to check credit card activity. Millions of internet users hit by massive Sony PlayStation data theft. Google confirms Gmail phishing attack. Sony PlayStation outage and Google Gmail attack are both among the largest data security breaches in history. When we want to guarantee the security for an enterprise, the first product appeared in our mind might be the firewall. But sorry to tell you that traditional firewalls mainly focus on network level threats, but they cannot defend attacks from application level. That is why we still suffer from attacks, especially in web application level, such as web page tampering, even though traditional firewalls have already been deployed. Here is a report from Gartner. About 75% of attacks occur in the application level, while only 10% of dollars are spent in it. And traditional firewalls cannot defend those threats. And then he puts forward the concept of NGFW. How to defend threats from network level to application level for an enterprise. There are two traditional solutions. One is the cascade of security appliances, FW+IPS+AV+WAF. The other is UTM. For the first solution, users need to buy a series of products. The TCO is high. Meanwhile, it is complex to manage the network, since users have to know each kind of product in different brands. Lastly, the network's performance will be limited due to the cascade and complexity of security equipments. The more equipment you have, the lower performance you will get. For the UTM solution, it cannot defend threats from web application level. What is more, the most serious bottleneck is performance. Because the FW, URL, IPS, and AV functions are individual modules, it will have to unpack, detect, and packet the data for several times. Thus, UTM is usually only used in the SMB or SB market due to its poor performance. Compared with traditional firewalls, NGFW is a new product. Here is the definition of NGFW given by Gartner. Basic FW function, integrated IPS, application visibility, intelligence FW, and high performance. Firewalls need to evolve to be more proactive in blocking new threats, such as botnets and targeted attacks. Enterprises need to update their network firewalls and intrusion prevention capabilities to protect business systems as attacks get more sophisticated. SANGFOR released NGFW in 2009. SANGFOR NGFW is quite powerful with multiple functions. It contains traditional security, has modules intelligent interaction, can anti-application layer attacks, has bidirectional contents inspection, with application layer high performance. Let me introduce them one by one. Contains traditional security. Traditional firewalls mainly focus on security threats from the second level to the fourth level, while IPS mainly focus on level 2 to level 5, and WAF mainly focus on web application level, which lies on level 5 to level 7. SANGFOR NGFW is different from all those security devices. It contains all functions of those traditional security devices and provides an integrated level 2 to level 7 security protection. Modules intelligent interaction. SANGFOR NGFW has FW, IPS, AV, and WAF modules, which can interact intelligently. Thus, it greatly increased the performance. What is more, SANGFOR NGFW can generate FW rules dynamically and prevent all attacks from this IP. Any application layer attacks. Application identification and user identification is the key to anti-application layer attacks, and SANGFOR has accumulated over 10 years of experience in this area, with technologies like applications identification and visualization, intelligent user authentication, and access control policy based on different users and applications. Meanwhile, SANGFOR NGFW has paid special attention to vulnerability defense, enhanced web defense, and content filtering to ensure the application layer safety. Bidirectional content inspection. Nowadays, stealing sensitive information is the goal of hackers. In a typical application layer attack, the process can be divided into 3 phases: scanning process, attacking process, and destroying process. SANGFOR NGFW focused on not only the inbound data flow, but also the outbound data flow. Thus, it can provide an effective defense for sensitive information. Application layer high performance. NGFWs sometimes must deal with large amounts of data flow and face all kinds of threats. This calls for a high performance of NGFWs. SANGFOR NGFW adopted the software architecture of one-time analysis algorithm and the hardware architecture of polynuclear parallel processing. Thus, it can ensure strict security standards with high performance. The maximum throughput of SANGFOR NGFW can reach 10G, which meets the requirements of even the largest enterprises. SANGFOR NGFW is not only very powerful, but also quite professional. SANGFOR has long-term collaboration with Microsoft. SANGFOR NGFW has already got MAPP authentication, which ensures SANGFOR NGFW providing proactive security protections before attack happens. SANGFOR NGFW also got perfect compatibility with CVE, common vulnerabilities and exposures, and a 4-star appraisal from OWASP, Open Web Application Security Project. Thank you for taking your time to learn about SANGFOR NGFW. For more information, please kindly visit our official website at www.sangfor.com or contact your local SANGFOR office in mainland China, Hong Kong, US, UK, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. SANGFOR, for your bandwidth.